let's hop over to game. All right. So yeah, big surprise, I fucked it up. I think it's that one, right? Was that the one? That wasn't the one. All right, well, I've already decided that I'm cheating here, so I'm gonna make sure that I get the right one. Does not exist. Load game's position. Oh, interesting. Only the first one even loads. I thought I save stated on a bunch of different positions in here, but I guess I did not. Whoops, I saved my failure. Well, alright, it doesn't really matter. Let's just progress, alright? I have to get through the game up to the point where, I was, which means, Frogurus. But that, I have to, what? How do I? I'm just mashing through some stuff. Oh, yo, I can actually get, like, real... No, I can't. It's too expensive. Your failure is now eternal. Yeah, I saved my failure. Oops. Oh, okay, so you could try to sell the thing while she's already got hold of it, too. Didn't know that. What was the thing to move the forward? Was it the U?
Nice!
Thanks, CJ. I feel like I had to talk to somebody around here. I gotta put in the all yes, too, but like I have it written down on a sticky note somewhere and I've completely forgot. Oh, I got my nails done. I totally forgot about that. Don't let me forget once we catch up. I'll show you guys. I have my my nails all done up with little arts drawn on them now. House party result from last night. Was it you? Mokansei. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the one. Oi. Yeah, and then we have to go buy the thing, and then I have to stand here and wait. Ugh. Okay. Oh, God damn. I just wanted to turn around and groan at the screen. Okay. Matase. Run. Skip. I can only pause in the scenes. I can't skip. Kiroso. Alright, I have to step in here. Energy. Juju. You next? Yep. Mm-hmm. Did they ever explain why her pendant gives them, like, it causes the weird time rift? I don't remember that. Is it, like, made out of time juice? Solidified, hardened time juice? Excuse me. And she disappeared. Show's over. Everybody get out of here. Have to hide the evidence that we just murdered a girl with no body. I know this is before the age of, like, holding a button to skip cutscenes, but... I would love that right now. The biggest pain is really going to be the stuff that we can't skip, like battles. I'm just going to have to sit here and actually fight through some battles again. Ugh. Yo, also, CJ, sorry I got on your case last time. If you want to continue spamming the quote bot to get all the way through, you go ahead and do that. It's helping me find some ones that I want to get rid of. Is there an option to fast forward in this thing? Also, I guess, hey, question. Can you save in a map, or do you have to save once you get... I mean, can you save inside a location like a forest or a town, or do you have to save from the main menu? By which I mean, like, the main map. I'm almost dead, dude. How did I get almost dead? Should I have, like, found an inn or something to stay at? I don't think I did before. Do I have a pendant? I don't have a potion or nothing. I'm gonna die. Fuck. I'm gonna get myself killed. Yeah, no data. Real? I thought I saved. I remember seeing that window. Yeah, because at the very end of the stream, I was like, hey, I never saved. I should save. And then... now there's no data. I mean, obviously there'd be no data after I reloaded a save state, right? But, like... I mean, the data file should still exist when I reloaded the game and did not play the save state, right? Potion, onegaishimasu. Not sure what that thing was, because I don't... I'll check my items and stuff at some point in the future. It's not important right now. I'm just mashing A. Ow. Oh god, if that guy had kicked me in the last screen, I really would have died. I only had 4 HPs. I should probably drop another save state, eh? Ow. Yar, 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 yar. Another potion is good. Run, run, run. And this is the main map, right? Okay, so from here, save? There we go. Okay. Now I'm also going to drop a save state, all right? We're going to do a little bit of a test right here. Save that into slot 0, and also save that into slot 1. I'm going to reset game. If I hit start... okay! This time it worked. Good. But I'm also going to close the emulator entirely. Reopen it. Recent games. Hit start. Okay. So maybe I just didn't save last time. Maybe I saw the window and I'm like, oh yeah, save window. Close that. An inn? Yeah, probably a full rest is good. I don't think the game changes at this point if you talk to random villagers, right? Like, I can just pretty much head straight to the castle. Because I just want to get back to the point where I got Pokerus, you know? Yeah, I went to the monastery first last time, and I checked out the bridge, but I don't think I need to do those right now. I should be good if I just move on. Just keep sleeping, you'll be fine. Yeah, world. The world will just take care of all of its own problems if I just choose to nap through all of them. Maybe I'll talk to a few more people in the castle, because I know there was some stuff I could do in there. I mean, maybe not could do, but I like skipped over it. Nah, you know what? Nah, fuck it. Not gonna talk to anybody. I want to get straight back to where I was as quick as possible. That does mean that I need to fight these things. Or maybe, what if I just don't fight these things? What if I fight some extra things later? I like the positioning mechanic of this game. I think I was saying last time, I am not a huge fan of it. But that's mostly because enemies can freely move, but you can't. Like position has an effect on the battle, and yet you can't influence your own position. And thus, that... I like some elements of RNG. Like, I like some elements that are outside of your control, but when your battle system has... I don't know, this feels weird to me, that the enemies can move. And all you can do is wait for them to move somewhere where you want, instead of just, like, take a step to get closer to do the thing. Was there a chest down here? I don't remember. There was a thing, at least. Slash, 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 slash. Take that. Wait, what do you mean they're still alive? No, they're not. No, stop this. I could have just slashed them both. Would have been faster. I will say that I'm pretty on board with the battle music because it's got that nice little groovy bass line. I like bass. Bass is good. And then another one of those black boxes. Oi! I'm invading your castle. Hi, what's up? Boosh, boosh, boosh. Bish, bosh. Bish, bash, bosh. This way, I think? And then, yeah, there was some stuff in one of them. The steels. Right there? Nope. There it is. Oh, Shantenirita. Yes, yes, JRP protagonist, very important. Know the royalty. Out of my way, please. And before I talk to her... Oh, wait. I can't do the before I talk to her. I'm already talking to her. Mo hanashiteru! And now she does the disappearing thing. I didn't get to show her how much I love her stuff. Take that, Ether. She disappeared before I could do anything with it. Before I could really, you know, share that love of other people's stuff. Before she could see how happy I was to take something that wasn't mine. Also, how did you get into the castle? Lena didn't show up to let you in the front door. Actually, I completely forgot her name. Wait. Who? That's what it was. Princess. Who? I could be reinforcing my Japanese by rereading all of this stuff, but then, you know, we'd just be playing another 2-hour stream to get back to Pogorus. And so, to hell with that.
Nice!
Okay, cool. Got her into party. What's up, King? Was there? I think there was a stuff down here that I could take. No, there was not a stuff down here. What about the other side? The other side was the kitchen, right? I think the kitchen maybe had a stuff I could take. No stuffs to take, just the dead man on the floor. Okay, well, you can lie there and continue to be, dead tired. And I'm gonna go off and, find the church, right? The church? Yeah. There we go, take out 2 of them. I feel like that was stronger last time. I definitely feel like I should be able to one-shot these guys with a spinning Chaos Blade. Okay, got some points. Ugh. But my main man, my coup in 2 different alphabets, he's getting weak. Gotta get back to the inn. Ouch, kabibsels. Okay, I think that was the fire wheel. I think I just unlocked that. Or, like, the fire... Flaming Chaos Blades of... Hell Death. Whose market? Oh, buy potions? That might be good. Alright, let's rest. Slept up good. Whose market? せっかく来たんだ。見るだけじゃなくて、ぜひ買っていってくる。てくれ。You come all this way, don't just look, make sure you buy something. Okay, thanks for being real pushy. Wait, is Mare still in? Wait, not Mare. Ru is not still in the party. Why is she listed as in the party there? According to the game, she should be dead right now. Sorry, not dead. It never existed. Also, these things are expensive. Like, potion... Okay, so I've already got 3 potions. That's probably alright. I'll get him a cheap sword. Man, Nerudo's gun upgrade for 2 points is, like, almost 3 times as expensive as whose attack upgrade for 2 points. Why do they even have guns at this time of the century, of the eras? Oh, more defense. Yeah, more defense and a sword. Yeah, let's get those. Buff up my main lad. Pointo. Ah, okay. It's just showing you the skills that they've got. Item. Here. There we go. Okay, can I sell? Uru. kawa no fuku, leather clothing, and boku to. Stick? Stick of some kind. Bam. Drop a save. Okay, so I'm actually making sure that I am saving properly this time. Now we fight the llamas. Oh, do I have to talk to them all before it shows up? Or, oh, do I have to get hints? No, wait, just talk to her and then it shows up. Good, good, good. Okay, Zwaza. Oh, I don't have the double yet. Why don't I have the double? Man. Maybe she's just buying materials to make the weapon herself. That does seem like it would make more sense. Like, just a little. Wow, okay. Zwaza? There we go. There we go. That's the good shit. Get 3 of them all at once. Yeah. Still not dead, though. Yeah, stop. Ow, ow. Yeah. She doesn't have any skills yet. Why doesn't she have any skills yet? Throw? Oh, no, I don't want throw. Yet he's still faster? Is that like a weaken? I don't understand. Like, we're definitely glowing, but I don't think it is having any real effect on the speed of the bar? Yeah, reduce the incoming damage. Always the best first option. Maybe it is slowing down the bar. Ku at first felt like it was still going plenty fast, but now, especially on Nerudo, I'm seeing a real impact. Making faces at me. I feel like they died so much faster last time, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, aside from Nerudo not having any skills whatsoever this time. Did I go through more fights before? I don't think so. Like, you're still winning, but it's a lot slower. There we go, okay. There's my first double skill. Bikurishita. Got another one with the slash. Here's the Pogurus. So I will give you guys one chance to change his name if you want, alright? Should he be Pogurus or should he be Furogurus? I feel like Furogurus is better. I'm hesitant to give you advice when I can't tell if you're actually asking questions just thinking aloud. Oh, don't worry so much about spoilers in this one. I have taken the spoiler warning down because I already know how Chrono Trigger goes, so don't worry about it. I'm here just for the sake of putting myself through the game to actually see the end of it. Like, firsthand for once, and for the Japanese practice. Kurogurusu. Yeah, I can fit that in. I just have to find him in here. Foo. Roll. Katakana is probably better too. Foo, 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 foo. Foo. Roll. Goo. Two. There we go. Kurogurus. The enemies have very high physical defense and low magic for their level, and you use magic against them last time. Would the fire spin be counted as magic? Because that might be it then. Furogurus de Ize. Big, massive arm. Okay, and from here, we can head outside, we'll drop a save, and then we can actually progress for reals. Took 31 minutes, like pretty much a half hour on the dot. Hi. So now what? Back into the... here, right? How am I looking for the stance? Well, Naruto is very close to dead. I think I can take... I think I can spend the 10 Gs. Go heal up. Okay, let us continue. I'm also, like, really just not used to this era of RPGs right now, because, like, I'm used to... How do I say? The sensibilities have changed, right? In a lot of modern RPGs these days, you can kind of ignore shops in general. Especially the most recent one I played, Xenoblade 3, where money is more of a decoration than anything. So I'm partly wondering, partly asking for advice, partly just idly, like, should I be buying everything, like, spending all my money buying upgrades in the shop, or is it, like, are they gonna sprinkle upgrades throughout the dungeons and I'd be getting better stuff by ignoring it anyways? Like, should I spend my money on equipment upgrades or on items? Also, was I not supposed to go down here? I thought there was a... I thought there was a stairway. Did I muck it up? There it is. Yeah. Doing my little side shuffle. Every other character, every other dungeon. I'm not gonna remember that. Alright, I'll just buy stuff when it looks like it's a really big number upgrade. How about that? I've got the power of save states either way. Let's put stuff in the 3 characters you plan to bring. That's a good call, too. I haven't made a decision on that yet. For the time being, I don't think I can take Goku out of the party, right? Your red-haired Goku is, like, pretty much locked to your main character slot. And I need to see some more of the characters before I know who they all are, but I need to see how they actually, like, start shaking out in terms of stats, like, paying attention to the gameplay of it, before I decide for sure who it is that I want to bring. I know it's all gonna be ladies. So I feel like Princess Space Rue is going to be one of them, because I think she does magic and healing? And the Cave Woman, whatever we end up naming her, massive physical damager. She's going to be fun. Party's locked until you escape the next time period you visit anyway. Yeah, because, like, you just don't have enough people to, like, switch out. At a certain point, you're going to have more than enough party members, and then you can start switching. But even at that point, I don't think you can get rid of Chrono, right? Atena no Izu. What Atena means. Name and address. Athena water? I'm not sure what to make of that. And potion. Chrono's stuck in front for a while. Well, unfortunate as that may be, it means that I do at least get to safely pump my funds into this man's long and hard stick. Mate, you say? Mono domo me ga. Nani? Domo mega? Domo mega is like fiends? Intruders?
Nice!
Kuse mono domo. Okay. But it's the ah! Oh wow, okay. I think I understand how this one goes together, but it is not obvious. Kusemono is like the bastards part, like bad people. Domo is a thing you put on the end to, like, a sort of older way of attaching tachi, like, as in talking about multiple people, like a plural. And then me is something you put at the end to accentuate how much of a bastard that person is. Like, damn that fucking that guy. Fucking Jeff, you know? Jeff-san me. Jeff me. Here's KO. Ooh, nice. Kusemo no domome ga. Geha geha. They're panting. Hi, what's up? Aitengiri. That is... yeah. Ku. What does he have for skills? Beroron? Wait. Bero de namete ikata haifuku. Oh, he's got a heal? Interesting. Okay. Damn, that's a lot of HP. But they's going down. Oh, damn. Frog's got over 100 HP? Frog is tsuyoi. Teikenshi 36? メルドのレベルが上がった。いいね。Okay, fight use 2. They only got 50. So the big ones, the big purple snakes, I never looked at their HP, but they must be considerably stronger then, eh? Should try that frog move. This a door that just leads... yeah, okay, so there's just two ways to get into this room. The center's got to be the way forward, because, you know, we had a dialogue blockade there. O tetsu no katana o tenireta katana. Hey, a sword? Wait a second. Did I just spend money on Chrono and then immediately get a chance to... you see, exactly what I was worried about. Exactly what I was just talking about. Why did I spend the money on a sword? Wait 10 minutes, I'm gonna get a better one. Ugh. Like, by 5 points better. Yeah, and they can't share weapons, so get out of luck there. Yours? Ladies suits. Tenireta. Lady suit. Potion. Eteru. Okay, I'll take a lady suit for sure. That's probably gonna be good on what? Nerudo? Ine. Extra 8 defense. Check the drawer on the left of those chests. Himitsu no Miyanu Bromaido Heart o mitsuketa. Wait, bromide? What is that? Well, it was in katakana, so it must be a special word. Oi, koitsura ningen da ze. Aniki. There's humans in here. Ore tachi no otakara bromide o. Our treasured bromide. Frogs just like getting shoved around by these guys. Nanoko nanka ijimechae. Gonna get, wait, bullied by girls? Huh? Nanoko nanka ijimechae. Yeah, bully the girls. Is he calling us girls? Get them. The original English there was get them, and the Japanese is bully the girls. He was just calling us girls. Oh, okay, so you can go side to side to select when you have multiple people. Licky. Oh, no, I hate frogs already. Why would you lick me? The condition on letting you into the party was that I would be on the opposite side of the battlefield from you at all times. Tsuyoizo. Bromide is an early form of photographic processing. So, what, some sort of a photo? Stronger Frogos? Nerd doesn't like him. Also, I don't see it in here. Is there like a key items section? At least with this many items, you shouldn't, you know, how do I say? I never have to worry about there being a limit. Yeah, you can swap their position, but you can't swap Chrono. Can't save. Might not even show up in the inventory? Yeah, I don't think I have it. Is that something that will just, like... Is that something that ever has an impact on the game in any way? Or is that more just an excuse to have a fight with some dialogue? Trade it to a guy later? Alright, cool. I am not going to be talking to everybody because, you know, I have a time limit on this game, so if you are around when you can tell me how to use it, give me a heads up, please. Oh yeah, they have 90 XP. Or 90 HP, so they are pretty beefy. Pretty snaky. Lots of meat on those many, many ribs. I should probably be reading those things, eh? I'm just kind of skipping the after battle text, and so it's like, hey, you have a new, skill? Oh, okay. I guess I'll find it later. Joki MP. ベロで舐めて味方はい単体単体 Simple substance, standalone item. Tantai ni kai. So, heal one person's body. Eki tantai o bero de hikikonde ken dekiru. Beroron giri. Okay, so tongue, lick, and lick cut, I think. Because Beroron is yellow, which means I can use it outside of battle, I believe. Very kind of them to give me a physical fighter who is stronger than my protagonist and also has a heal. Man. Nanda? What is going on? Omaera wa hayaku mo to no sugata ni modore ya. Itsumade mo ningen no kakko nanka shite nai de yo. Wike. Hurry up and, you know, get back to your original shape. How long are you gonna pretend to be humans? Konaida tabeta enshu, sonna ni mazuku nakatta wa yo ne. I eating stuff a little bit ago, eh? One's weak. こないだ食べた練習、そんなにまずくなかったわよね。Ah, they weren't all that bad. So what we ate recently wasn't all that nasty. 閉じ込めてあるあの二人の兵士もそのうち、ヒヒヒ。閉じ込めてある。And those ones we have locked up, those two soldiers, before long. Okay, so they're definitely eating people. But they are monsters, you know, it's to be expected. What are you gonna do? Tell them to eat salads? Come on, man. Monster's gonna monster. Yakura-sama... Yakura-sama no keikaku wa bachiri da na. Daikyoを捕まえて自分が大凶に化けるとは嫌。さすがヤクラ様だぜ。Excuse me with the throat. Yakura-sama's plan is perfect. Capture the Chancellor, and then we transform into the Chancellor, as expected of Yakura-sama. そのおかげで what is that word? 王妃王国の妻 okay, queen. そのおかげで王妃も簡単にさらってこられたし、今頃お城の練習へんてお前だろうよ。わひゃひゃ。そのおかげで王妃を簡単にさらってこられたし、さらって
さらう。
I think I've been confused by this one before. There's multiple meanings for it. It's not that sarao. Sarao. 銃弾につけ込んで奪い走る。全部持ってゆく。Yeah, steal, taken away, carry off with, run away with. Sarao. 王妃も簡単にさらってこられたし、今頃の城の練習、てんてこまい。今頃は城の練習、てこまいだろう。てんてこまいは
てんてこまい。
音を合わせて、慌ただしい慌ただしい慌ただしい
慌ただしい。
慌ただしく、からて、慌てて騒ぐこと。It's a complicated word, but basically making a lot of noise, making a fuss. So, thanks to that, disguising himself as the Chancellor, we were able to kidnap the Queen, we were able to run off with the Queen easily, and around now, everyone in the castle should be making a giant fuss. Mo sugu, odai no jikan ka, yak, iada, ningen ni bakeru no wa. Is that bakeru? Bakeru.
化ける。
化けるのは、ダサいし、臭いし。ダサいし
ダサい。
罪なことが、予防たく魅力のない様。ダサい。ダサいし。Uncool, unsophisticated. Unsophisticated. Wow, that is a complicated word.
やぼったい。
やぼったい。お金消しこと。This yoptai is showing up. Yabottai. I should make sure that I have. Okay. After today, I'm gonna make sure that I install the add-on or install the extra script that allows me to make cards directly out of these flashcards because, man, I'm seeing this word show up a lot here. Anyways, I'm gonna have to turn into disguise as a human soon. It's lame and it sucks. Oh, wait, they were saying something else. You know what? I don't care. Moving on. Eh? Was this guy out here before? Fake. Yakuji 手に入れた。エーテル手に入れた。Okay, hi, Queen. 私は助けに来てくれたのですね。しかし、それに及びませんよ。The guy just cleared my throat directly into the mic. Oops. Thank you for coming to save you came to save me. しかしそれに及びませんよ。及び？及びません。Unnecessary. Polite negative. In English, the gargoyle says he's going to visit the statue before he leaves. Ah, oops. I didn't know that he left. ここの主人のヤクラ様はとても良い方。私はここに住むことにしました。さあ、あなたたちも楽になさって。My husband Yakura-sama is a wonderful person. I have decided that I'm going to live here. You guys should do the same. もしや、いいね王妃様を助けに来られた方々では Are you people that came to rescue Queen Lean? やはりそうであったか。Ah, you must be. よくぞ来られた。ここの主人ヤクラ様もきっとお喜びにであろう。You've done well to come here. ここのヤクラ様。This King Yakura is surely pleased. さっさ、ヤクラ様が挨拶に見えるまで、この部屋でゆっくり休むが良いぞ。The master here, Yakura-sama, is a very good person. I've decided to live here. You make yourselves at home as well. Hang out in this room. Like, rest in this room all you like. そんな慌てて出ていなくとも、慌てて出ていなくとも、どうぞゆっくりしていってください。にゃぎゃぎゃぎゃ。Hey, don't be in such a rush to leave. Hang out here for a while. they were gonna make a basic bitch and, like, enemy regular purple snake into the king? Man, I would think that they would, you know, have to make at least somebody that's, like, good into the king. Somebody that can put on a bit of an acting, has some power to him. That's the position you want, somebody you can trust in, you know? X... ED. Yeah, this one, right? Just a big old cross slash? Oh, I see. Okay, so they'll hit anything in a line, but that's a line from each of them through the enemy. So positioning does kind of matter for that one. I mean, not that it doesn't matter for other ones, but the positioning... I know the positioning for that move now. Atena Mizu. Hey, got another res water. Bam bam. Killing stuff. Making my XPs. How am I on healths? Still looking pretty okay. I'm getting the sense, the vibe, that there's gonna be a boss soon. Is this like a really unexpectedly difficult boss? Should I be dropping some saves before I go in? Like, now that I've spent some time in the dungeon, should I go out and restore myself at the inn? Or am I okay to just, like, barge in, swords a-swinging? Save at save points? Alright. I've got the almighty power of time travel in save states too, so... I'll be plenty safe if I choose to... make use of such power, you know? Ugh. These would probably go down faster if I actually thought about it and used some special moves, but I would rather just mash the A button, you know? I get the feeling that neither of these people are people that I'm gonna put a lot of attention to in my party long term, so... I don't want to devote any brain power to thinking about their moves. Do save points? No, save points do not heal you because that's what the purpose of the tenths are, right? There we go. Oh, so the X doesn't hit every enemy in the same path. It only attacks the one that you target. Okay, because I figured, like, hey, they're all lined up here. This is a perfect opportunity. And just, nope, didn't work like that. Needs a time-traveling device and you can control time through your godly powers. Exactly! You get it! Easy. But I can only travel backwards into stuff that we've already done. I do not have, like, leap dozens of years through time powers. That's something that I need story help in order to do. Let's drop a state. Hey, right in front of the save point. Okay. Didn't need the state, but security state. Well, ain't you a cutie? This bat that is just a sphere. Peace. This guy's got armor, meaning he's probably pretty tough defensively, but I don't care. I have swords. I did perfect damage, he died. Eh? I thought that would be a room. 部屋だと思ってたのに。Okay, so... No, it just keeps going. Damn it! Treasures? Did I just find, like, the proper way through immediately? Harigami, koko wa toremasen. Tsuremasen. You cannot get through here. Bon no uyaku o te ni ireta. Ban no uyaku. Uyaku wa? Ban no yaku. Ban no? Cure all. Okay, there we go. And potion te ni ireta. Fire? Fire. Fire, though? Fire. That one. No, that's frog, right? Oh, yes, there we go. That's the one that I want. It should do big damage. There we go. Yeah. Oh, crap. Ku's got 0 MP. That might be a problem. I might need to find a way to restore some of that. Is there a door over here? There was not. Well, I'll fight everything that I come across for the expas. Oh crap, there was another bat? Oh, come on, you're hiding on the pillar. I didn't sign up for disguised bats. You're cheating. Ow. That just seems a little unnecessary. The bats have high evasion, don't they? IVSC. Do my characters have an accuracy stat, or is that completely out of my hands? I got the... I'm approaching the point where I feel like I should go out and heal. Unless I have a tent. I might have a tent. If I do, then I can get back to the save and heal up there. The accuracy stat is called hip, but there's not much you can do about it. Okay, so then it's out of my hands. That's all I needed to know. Like, is this a thing I should be concerned about? Shelter, te ni ireta. And there we go, there's a shelter. So now I can heal up for sure. I'm gonna... Boka ga, ian baka, dakara soko wa dami datte hazu. Ah? He woke up. この私の後ろを取るとは、ただではないな、貴様ら。ただもの？ただものはHow could anyone have gotten behind me? You aren't just anyone. You aren't a simple, like, simple people, not in an insulting way, I think. It's just like, you're not just common folks. Oh, I see. If I'd come from the front, he would have woken up. Okay, yeah, I like that this has a lot of those little, you know, touches in it. It's like you did this in one particular way, and thus the game is going to react to it. I know it was made much, much later than this game, but that's something that I really loved about Undertale, right? That sort of reacting to the player's decisions type of thing. Hit is also what guns and crossbows use for damage. Really? So then maybe that's what I should be paying attention to when I try to upgrade Nerudo. Item Sheruta? Sheruta. Yeah, this will be good. Because it gives me a full MP recharge too. Ine. Okay, hold up, I gotta check my messages. Oh, good. There's a switch I gotta hit somewhere in there. Yeah, can't get back up here, so now I'm just stuck making the loop again. Okay, that's what the skull was for. We've walked past 3 of those. Well, there was the one. And then I saw another one over here. Well, that's just an extra bat, so nah, I'm not gonna fight those. And then I know that there were spikes in this room that I want to see if, you know, that has removed. No, it did not. Oh, God, it was right next to it. Okay, well, now I know how they work. Power capsuleを見つけた. Power capsule. Is that a stat booster? Chikara Seicho +1. Yes, it is. Alright, definitely holding on to that. For my eventual party later. この建物のどこかに憎き魔王悪王? How do you say that?
Mao.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Nikuki. So Nikuki is what? Accursed, hateful. Nikuki Mao o Matsutta heya ga aru rashii. Soko ni wa otakara mo aru you daze. Somewhere in this building there's a room enshrining that damn magic king. And there's a treasure in there. Asaka, ningen ka? Are you humans? Kono oku ni ohi sama ga torawarete no da. Douka ohi sama o otasuke shite kure. Somewhere in here, the queen has been taken away. Please, somehow you've got to help her. Okay, cool. Well, got that treasure. Got me a powering for some future buff purposes. I should probably stop fighting stuff that I don't have to at this point, because I only had the one shelter, and I don't want to have to use another one. Because, you know, I don't have another one at the one. Oh, you know what I could do for a scrolling text? Just remember this. I don't have the text thing up. Is that the one? That's the Pokemon one. There we go, yeah. I'll let that scroll over. I think the volume levels are good now, so I can scratch that. But I can also space that out. And that. And I'll just slide that down. For now. Okay, so does that save if I leave the room, though? It does. Nice. Don't bite me. Biting me's bad. Very rude. Yeah, so that should take out all three of those. Ine. Then we go in Slish Slash. And this guy is all of a sudden all alone, trying to face down 3 heroes. Oh, and taking him down. Eklings. Sodo, tenireta. So, is that a frog thing, then? Frogrus? Iron Sodo? It is. Nice. Yes, put that on. That was easy. That was incredibly easy. And then that should open up the very suspicious wall that said, you can't cross here. And I'm like, you're not gonna boss me. Bye! Man, these guys are really bad at their jobs. Just running past them. They're not, their backs aren't even turned. They're looking straight at me, and I'm just like, hi, bye. Like, oh man, this guy's already been through here. We had to clean up the bodies of the last guys. I'm not gonna fight him. No levelが上がった。いいね。60? Mianu, right, not a Lamia. They look like a Lamia to me. But maybe I'm just thinking of Lamia as, you know, woman with a snake body, and I think in my defense, that's what a Lamia is. So I don't know why these things are called something different. It's a wacky hairstyle? A little bit, yeah. Hi. What's up? If I don't move, do they not fight me? I feel like they just walked right through me. Most enemies can't pick fights unless you're moving. Hakugo wa ii kana, Rine ohi, kono yo ni sayonara tsukeru jikan da. Are you prepared, Queen Line? The time to say goodbye to this world has come. Oh, I wanted the treasure real quick. Oh, mae tachi, yoku koko made oguri kometa na. Oguri? くり込めたくり込む
くぐり込む
Oh, wait, くぐり潜り込む水中や物の下などに入り込む Enter in underneath something like water. So slip in 人に気づかれないようにまたは不正な手段によって入り込む Yeah, have some way to enter in without people noticing. Done well to slip in this far. Froggerus! Oh, she knows Froggers? Ohi-sama o sagari kudasai. Koitsu o katazuke shimaimasu node. Queen, please get down, or stand back. We will take care of this. Yotsukete. Be careful. Yeah! Muda. Koko kara wa yuiitsu no, 誰一人として生かして返さぬぞ。ここからは誰一人として
生かす
生かして返さぬぞ。さぬぞ is like will not, so I won't let any of you leave here alive. Yeah, 帰る風情が風情帰る風情
風情
Wow, those are complicated definitions. いかにもそれらしい職どうすありさまもてなし has no value. Taste, elegance, the likes, appearance, or it can be the likes of lowly people such as, wow, it's complicated. Kairu Fuzei ga, it's like lowly frog. Kairu Fuzei ga, Kisamara kara chimatsuri da. Samara kara chimatsuri da. Matsuri?
祭り
So the translation here is making my blood boil, like go into a frenzy or a mania, I think. I'm just not sure which of the definitions is giving that meaning. So whatever, we'll move on. Daijin change, big transformation. Big change. Gross. Wow, that thing looks gross. Yakura Dero Dero. Oh, Daijin change was like, oh, Chancellor change. I understand now. Oops. Saimin. Okay, so Kain Hosha. Tokusetsu ue no subete no teki ni kogeki. Attack an enemy directly with all enemies with fire. Wait, really? All enemies? Oh, in a straight line with fire. Saimin onpo. Onpa. Saimin onpa. Teki then tai nemurasuru. And put everybody to sleep. Alright, this one's cheap, right? Yeah, just one. Bam. Oh, that was... Okay, that was Frog. I thought that was... Oh, Frog was already set up to attack. That was Nerd. His horns almost look like a bow tie. I hate that you're right. I didn't see that before, and now I wish I could unsee it. Amaitachi Obashite Kogeki. Attack from above? Let's try the X. He looks like he might have some defense, but this'll test it out. 161's not bad. So we've got some defense? But also, like, I don't think my magic moves did any especially big damage to him. See, that's bad, though. Man, I don't like that. I think what I'm going to do is this, yeah. And then we're going to do the fire move on you. And then he's going to... Kuuribro. Gonna give a heal to the Cooster. No, come on! What? Come on! I was in the middle of my menus! You're not supposed to be able to do that when I'm in menus! Unless it's a counter move. It might be a counter. Item... Athena. Ow. Man, this guy hurts. This guy hurts like a lot. Eteru, Potion... I don't have a heal all, do I? Frog's only got individual heals. So, toss that onto Nerudo. Onegaishimasu. Do the big fire move again, because I didn't see how much damage that did. But we should be able to survive a counter attack. Heal up Ku. Ah, okay, didn't have time to counterattack. Yeah, going for a big strike. Waza. Go for the fire. Which does only 54. That's probably more Taku Te. Not sure what that says either. Spinning Doru Kamai Tachi. Oof. Oh, God, it hurts so much. Yeah, drop a heal onto Ku. Like, 119 seems like a lot of damage. Not sure if it really is. Considering I can just attack for 55 or 90. Oh, got him. Yay! Yakura's one of those bosses at the difficulty ramp. I still got him without having to think too much. Like, I had to heal a little bit. Yahari kite kureta no desu ne. Arigatou, Froggerus. I knew you'd come. Thank you, Froggers. Hog face. Where's the poggers? Where's the frog pog? O ga shinpai shite oide desu. Shiro ni modorimashou. Yeah, please drop the concerns, or don't worry about me. Let's return to the castle. That's always been a really cute sprite to me. I'm sure everybody else likes it too, but like... that happy frog with the... his throat just going all wild. Kawaii. Tasukatta ze, Ku, Nerudo. You helped me out. Really saved me, Ku and Nerudo. ありがとうございました。あなた方もどうか共にお城の方へいらしてください。You should all come with me back to the castle as well. I'm gonna walk back alone because I'm apparently Superwoman. Hi. Could I just, like, leave him in the fucking locked up forever? 助かったわい。あの化け物、あんなことに押し込めおってからに。That. Oh, okay, so if you try to leave, then he'll, like, call out to you. The script says that he'll say something if you try to leave. あんなことに押し込めおってからに locking me up in a place like that. お日様、本物のわしはこの通りビンビンしておりますですじゃ。The queen, the real me is here. As you can see, I'm just fine. 本物のわしじゃ。ピンピンしており、ピンピン
ピンピン。
勢いよく跳ねる様。跳ねる弾みがついて
跳ねる。
空中に上がる。その日の終わる。弾き飛ばすような跳ねる I don't know it. 勢いピンピン勢いよく跳ねる様 I don't know what 跳ねる means here. 元気よく活動する様 alive and well. We okay? Man, I hope that the Twitch VOD sticks those together into one. Oh man, my connection is suddenly spotty. Why is the connection? Holy crap! What is with the connection right now? 0 kbps. Who is destroying my internet? I'm at 1 bar, like 0 frames per second. On both networks. Okay, it looks like it's stabilizing, but like, wow, that was rough. Something must have gone by on the internet tubes and just like chommed all the bandwidth. I guess we're back now. It looks like it's stabilized. ガルデアを心配した。そりゃあね、心配したぞ、リーナ。You were worried about you, Lena. Line. 大事あのヤのやつめ、このわしになり変わり、リネ様をさらうなど、that Yakura became me and ran off with Queen Lean. あいうやからを厳しく裁くため、このガルディア王国も、あいうやからを厳しく裁くため、strict judgment ガルディア王国にも、裁断書裁判所や 務所
刑務所。
刑務所を作らんといけませんね。This kingdom must build a courthouse and a prison strictly judge that type of person. Whew! That is not an easy sentence. Progress, リーナ様を守りきれず、返木次第もございません。面目次第ございません。
面目次第。
面目次第。もうない、誠に始めない？ No。始めない。面目ない。
面目ない。
面目次第。面目ないは？
面目ない。
Translator sound is a bit loud. I can't control that sound. That is what it is. That doesn't have a sound slider. But, like, you guys are both getting the same volume as I'm getting. That should be the... How do I say? That should be lined up with the game audio pretty well.
面目次第。
Let me check. Yeah, I don't think there's a slider for that. Audio volume? Oh, there is. Okay. What if I set that at 75 instead?
読む。王国。
Okay, that should be a little bit better. 面目次第。
面目次第。
面目次第。Face, honor, prestige. Female voice almost scared me. Again, I can't really change that, so I'm sorry. Thanks for letting me know, but it is what it is. I turned down the volume a little bit. The Menboku Shidai is... Menboku Shidai mo gozaimasen. Has no honor, no face or prestige. Progress! Goes down on a knee and takes off. And now I can move. 助けていただき、本当にありがとうございました。と少しあなた方の来るのが遅ければ私はどうなっていたか。Here's what the queen is saying. ありがとう。あと少しあなた方の来るのが遅ければ私はどうなっていたか。If you'd come just a little later, what would have happened to me? ところで私は間違えられたという罪は今はどちらに Where's the girl that was mistaken for me? けれど、そうだわ。すっかりルディアや娘のことを忘れてたわ。Right, we forgot about ルディア様はどこで消えた？もしかしたらそこに Where did she disappear? Maybe if we head back there. Okay, so we can pop up there soon, but I'm still talking to peoples. 礼を言うぞ、ク殿。しかし、すると、裏山で見つかったあの娘は一体誰なのじゃ I must give you my thanks, Sir Ku, but who was that woman we found in the back hills? あのヤのやつめ、このわし、already heard of that one. はい。お二人が揃われるのは久しぶりだ。揃われる揃われ Wait, that's in English. 揃われ二人が揃われる Oh, since they were gathered. Since it's been a while since those two were both here. やはりリネ様ではなかったか。I knew it wasn't really her. I knew it. And the music changes back. けど、本当にリネ様すっくりで、私はびっくりだよ。I was surprised that she looked just like the original queen. やっぱり本物のリーネ様は別のところにいたわけね。私のスイーリー通りだったわ。スイーリー？スイーリー？ Just like I figured. That means the real Line sama was somewhere else. やっぱり本物のリーネ様は別のところにいたわけね。私のスイーリー通りだったわ。Oh, I figured as much. I had guessed that. あれルディア王女。Princess Ludia. Ugh, 怖かった。I was gone. Disappeared. 意識がないのに冷たいところにいるのがわかるの。As soon as I suddenly disappeared and then I was in a really cold place. 死ねってああいう感じなのかしら Is that what it feels like to die? ルディア王女様、ご機嫌うるわしゅう。What is しゅう。ご機嫌うるわしゅう。ご機嫌。
ご機嫌。
ああ、いい。継承。
継承。
機嫌。
機嫌。
取りを言うこと。言。人の安否 There's a lot in here I don't get. 人の気分の状態言の良い様 So mood, spirits are feeling good. ご機嫌うるわしゅう But うるわしゅううるわし綺麗な魅力的な
魅力的。
魅力のある様魅力は
魅力。
人の心を引きつけて主にさせるいな力。心よくいる力。So feeling good, charm, right? I think it's charm, glamour, attraction, appeal. 魅力的、so 麗しい。ご機嫌 is like ご機嫌うるわしゅう is good spirits, I think. あなたも来てくれてたの Oh, you came too. ルディアって Call me ルディア。えバレちゃったみたいね。It's like it slipped. ごめんね、クー。騙すつもりじゃなかったの。I'm sorry, Ku. I didn't mean to trick you. 私はルディア。 父はガルディアを33代。30... That. Yo.
よ
I am Princess Ludia, or I am Rudia. Dia is like the last name, I think. My father is the 33rd king. けど私だってお祭りを男の子と見て回りたかったんだもん。私が王女だって分かってたら。But, as myself at the festival, I was found by a boy at the festival. Kedo watashi datte, but as me, omatsuri o otoko no ko to mite mawari takattan da mon. But I wanted to look around the festival and discover it with a boy, just as myself. If you'd known I was the princess. Ku wa issho ni omatsuri mite kure nakatta desho? Would you have looked around the festival with me like that? You wouldn't have seen the festival with me, right? Tsuri mite kure nakatta desho? Oh, mite kure... Ah, this is one of those negatives where I don't know what she's asking. Like, it's a negative question, but it might mean a positive. So I'm like, I? Desho? Watashi wa ojo-sama yori ru tte iwareru hou ga suki da mon? I think I agreed with her. Yeah, I wouldn't have. See? And more than the princess, I like being called by my name, Ru. On mono no ohi sama mo buji ni modottan desho? Watashi tachi mo kaerou yo, Ku. Well, now that the real queen is back, let's head back together, Ku. Alright, and in party. Don't know what to... Wait, go back to forest now, right? I think? Hi. Anta tachi kaeru no kai? Doko made kaeru ka shiranai kedo, ki o tsukete o ikiyo. You all are heading back. I don't know where you came from, but take care. Alright, well, got the pass thing figured out. It's been almost 2 hours, but, you know, I took an hour to get here, so... An hour to do the dungeon and stuff? That seems about on course. Something like, if you don't know I was a princess, you wouldn't have come with me, would you? Yeah, I have the translations here, Zorian. I don't need the translations. It's... The problem is just in Japanese, I don't, like... They use a lot of negatives in indirect speak, and I don't know what they're actually asking when they use a negative like that. And I'm not trying to understand from the English translations, I'm trying to understand from the Japanese. Like, even knowing the English translation is like, I could read that again in a different context and still have no idea which direction the question is actually leaning. Oh, another chest. Yakuji o te ni ireta. Another one of those black boxes. Yo! Barge on in. Who you? Ao o daiji sama ni bakete ta nante mottomo nisemono no hou ga in wa yokatta kedo. So So a monster transformed into the Chancellor. Mottomo nisemono no hou ga. Mottomo... This means mottomo. Mottomo nisemono no hou ga in wa yokatta kedo. The fake was a higher quality. The fake was better, though. Rough. Chancellors are never liked, and with good reasons. Chancellors fucking suck. Bronze armor te ni ireta. Okay, bronze armor. That's a good. おいおい。あなたが本物のリーネーね。So you're the real リーネー。おいおい。まあ、本当に私に売り3つ。私に売り2つ Yeah, you really, we really are like the same person. The original English says the fake one had... Okay, you know, I'll get back to that in a second. Finish this one first. ちゃんと王様と仲良くしないと私怒っちゃう。Really? Oh wait, that's cow. Chow. There it is. ちゃんと王様と仲良くしないと私怒っちゃう。If you don't get along well with the king, I'll get mad. こともできないのか。こともできないのか。That doesn't make any sense. That's just the ending of a statement that, like, needs context. Question mark, question mark. Or I guess, yeah, because the direct translation is there is, I guess I can't either. I'll keep my fingers crossed. So the meaning of this one is you two better get along or I'll be gone again. And now Lena's like, what? Tonikaku oshiawase ni ne. Anyway, you two have fun together. Yeah, so the Chancellor one, the English translation was like, the fake had better taste, but in Japanese, it's, now the fake was better quality. But heen also just kind of means taste and refined, like, in general, so it could just be something that's left unstated again. Anyways, I'm taking a pee break. So we'll save a game position just in case something goes wrong. Bam. Pause. I'll head to the intermission. Back in a few minutes. Yahoo! Returned. Chill day today, it seems.
Water!
Already on it. Had a coffee. Coffee sip. How you doing, Blue? それで、もう安心だ。And, well, the king's relieved. やはりリーネ様がいると、黒ないが明るいな。With the queen in the castle, everybody feels a little bit brighter. Alright, well, toodles. I'm not gonna talk to Frog. Fuck that guy. Oh, okay, so right. So Ryu has a crossbow. So both of these like modern era girls, you need that hit rating for, eh? Frog has been renamed into Frogger's. Frogger's. So does Ryu come in at an appropriate level? One level below us, which is not bad, but I think last time we named him Poggerus. Now it's Froggerus. Excuse me. With the queen back, can I do bridge now? Okay, right. So, all is done. Now we can head back to modern time, right? And then proceed with the famous trial. How am I looking on stats and stuff? I should probably sleep up. It only costs 10 Gs. Boom, 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 boom. Zenan ni kakaru hashi wa Mao gun ni kowasarete shimatta. Tobun minami no hou e wa watare nai te koto da na. I think I already heard that guy. The bridge was destroyed by Magus's army, so we can't go to the south. Or by the Demon King's army, I suppose. Magus is the English name. I could probably skip these guys. They're all basic BHs. Does the inn add a bed with Froggers on the team, or does someone sleep on the ground? Froggers isn't on the team. Froggers back at the castle. Ow. So I'm gonna see if I can find that hit rating. Does hit... If hit controls the damage of your guns, then does it go up at the same rate as, like, strength or something? Because we got Chikara, Tsubayasa Kaihi, which is strength, speed, and evasion. Meichu is accuracy. Arioku is magic, Tairyoku is defense. Yeah, Meichu's just a stat here. That's weird. Dogi? Dogi must be an armor, right? Okay. Doko kara kaeru no? How do we get back? Osore nagara, Rudia, Ojo, osore, osore. Hmm. 恐れながらがっておいたく身分不愛を wait 不相棒
不相応。
そう身分不相応と考えられるので
自体
したい心意が
心境。
時々の気持ち心の状態 thinking you are below somebody else
自体。
遠慮して下がることへりくだって断ること引き下がる
引き下がる。
ある場所から去る So without restraint saying what's in your mind So while thinking you are lower than somebody else speaking what's on your mind without restraint So and it's like a prefix to that So most humbly basically like well, you know, not to offend, but blah, 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 that sort of thing, I think. 工場ルーでいいってば、コミルーでは、ルーご覧ください。Alright, ルー、just watch this. キャーエルド、すっごい Nerd, you're amazing! 失礼しました。Now, if you'll excuse me. Or no,失礼しました is like,失礼. It's some polite speech. I'm not sure exactly. 失礼しました。話し方も普通でないの No, this is not normal. You can't just speak normally about it. ネルドの方が、ネルドの方がすごいだよ。私は王女かもしれないけど、何にもできないんだから。I may be the princess, but I can't do anything like this. You're truly amazing. では、お言葉、wait. 何言葉お言葉に甘えて、
甘える。
人の行為や愛情行為や愛情を期待してあれする甘える
遠慮なく
なく人の行為や説を受ける taking without restraint receiving something kind from somebody else. Well, alright, I'll accept that then. 私はこの湖に湖はthought this was a regular phrase in Japanese. I've never heard it before. It may be, but like, it's one of those things that just, it's made up of sounds that you hear in 1,000 other words, so I've never noticed that as a specific phrase before. Izumi. Yugamu koto. Yugami, this distortion. この湖にはゲートって、what is that? つけなんだけど I've called this distortion a gate. ゲートは違う自体の同じ場所につながっているもののようなものなのよ。A gate connects to the same place in a different time with a sort of door. 出たり消えたりするのはゲート自体が不安定だからの。そこでテレポート テレポートの原理
原理
物事の根本にあって、それなり立てている気が理論。損傷やそれに物事成立させる。そのテレポートの応用してこのGate itself is unstable when it comes to disappearing and appearing. Accordingly, I applied the principles of the telepod and used this. 出たり消えたりするのは、so appearing and disappearing, ゲート自体が不安定だからなの。The gate itself is unstable. そこでテレポートの原理を応用してこの So I used the principles of the telepod, applied the principles of the telepod. Woo! 難しい。ゲートホルダーを使ってゲートを安定させてるってわけ。ゲートホルダー。So if I use this gate holder, I can stably create, control the gates. けど、なんてのゲートがあの時突然現れたのの But why did this gate suddenly appear back then? テレポートの影響か、あるいはもっと別の何か。There was probably something that influenced the telepod. なんだか難しいんだね。とにかく帰ろうよ、私たちの時代へ。Kind of complicated. Anyway, let's return to our era. そうね。帰りましょう。Let's go! I don't think I get to go to the future yet, right? Nah, this is back to the Fedival. Why? やっと帰って来られた. We're finally back. ねえ、ネルド。お城まで一緒に来てくれる？いろいろお世話になっちゃったし。You want to come back with me to the castle? You've done so much for me. ごめんなさいね。大変な目に合わせて。Oh, alright, I have to pull up the next chapter of the script now. Chapters 4 to 5. Excuse me. You know what? At this rate, I might not make it to the end. 2 streams and I'm at chapter 4 to 5. And there's like 26? And I have 2 months? 3 months. Sorry, Rune. Ru, 大変な目に合わせて for making you go through all of that. スリルあってスリルは I've seen that before. スリル Oh, スリルあってとっても楽しかったよ。素敵な友達をできたし。It was a thrill and really fun, and I made some fantastic friends. お城へはあんたが送りなさいよ。ちゃんとエスコートしてあげてるのよ。Chrono, not Chrono, You take her to the castle. Do a proper job escorting her. 私はゲートの出てきた原因を調べてみるわ。I'm gonna try looking into the gate cause. またね。ネルド。Later, nerd. Later, nerd! じゃあ、お城までエスコートしてく？ Alright, let's head to the castle. Beep, beep, beep. Did have to catch up from last stream, so it should be fine. Yeah, but that was only 30 minutes, right? Get in the way, get in the way, get in the way of the race. Kitty, go Kitty, kick their asses. That knight is cheating. There's no way a guy in that much heavy armor should be able to win the race. Checking for dope. Checking for dope! This is bullshit. These are impossible lies. There's no way a cat didn't win the race. Unless the cat chose not to win the race, in which case it's still invalid! Told you can interfere with the racers, but I never got it to work. Kitty's a lap ahead. Ah, that must be it. Nerudo no ie. Oh, right, Nerd's house. Why not? Nerudo no ie. Nihon ashi de kanzen na balance o totte aru robot no kogata ka wa yahari mukashi. It's pretty tough to make a robot that can balance on 2 legs. Hayaku Ojo o oshiro made tsurete itte yaru na. You should be taking her to the castle. You said you were gonna look into the gate, and now I show up at your house and you're back in your robot studies? Nerd. Nerd. You're such a nerd. Well. Nerudo mo kaban mo hatsume de isogashikute. She's always busy inventing stuff with, kaban. Hora, kore ga kyou no kasegi de... Kasegi? Kyou no kasegi de te ni ireta ringo da. With the earnings today, I got these apples. Itsumo sumanai ne. I'm sorry for all this. Or, thank you for all this? Sumanai is like sumimasen, which is just sort of an all-purpose catch-all excuse me. Which can also mean thanks? So, I don't know. The translation says thanks for always. Nerudo's a liar. Nerudo is absolutely a liar. But that's okay, because, you know. I just decided it's okay. I don't have a reason. I shouldn't be over here yet. Let's just progress with the story. You can just walk across the bridge, or you can stop and talk to people. Matsuri da higoro no usa o wasurete gangan no do. Da? Usa? Wasurete gangan. Something about forgot lunch and just gonna drink a lot? I don't know. Oh, you can really just walk across the whole thing in a dialogue screen instead if you want? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, so the monastery's just totally gone? They demolished it? Awa kapseru. Oh, nice. Yup, definitely using that later. Or they abandoned it and it fell over. Ah, can't be. Also, this is not really... maybe... Why is the castle behind a forest filled with monsters? Like... You would think that the castle around the castle will be one of the most well-defended and cleared areas of everything. How come everybody that has to go here and leave has to fight through a bunch of these monsters? It seems unusual to me. These monsters are fairly easy to dodge, though, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking why they're here in the first place. Why is the castle behind a forest filled with monsters. This is where the king goes to hunt. But, like, that should be behind the castle. Or to the side of the castle. This is, like, the only road in and out. A windy trail through monster-infested forests. That doesn't make any sense. There should be a clear road to get to the castle. Ah. ルーディア様ご無事でしたか一体今までどこに Are you all well? Where the crap have you been? 何者かにさらわれたという情報もあり、兵士たちに北中を探させていたのですぞ。We received word that you've been kidnapped. The knights are all over the kingdom looking for you. そこのうさいやつ。そうか、お前だな。ルディア様をさらったのは。Ah, that suspicious kid. It's him, isn't it? He's the one that kidnapped you. 違うよ、クーは。No, クー is... 捕らえる。捕らえるわ。捕らえる。Arrest him. ルディア様を惑わせ。惑わせ
惑わす。
心を乱す。迷わす。乱す乱れるようにする。To trick, to mislead, to put her all in a tizzy. ルディア様を惑わせをOK 10? え ?OK。
OK。
転覆。
Overthrow of a government. 転覆。OK 転覆を企てるテロリスト名。Arrest him. This guy who tricked Lady Rue, planning to overthrow the government, the royal family. He's a terrorist. Yeah, he seemed pretty dumb. Yeah, Yamete, stop! There's a lot of soldiers. Yamenasai! Stop it! Oi, nani shite yoru? What are you doing? Shikashi, Ludia-sama ga, but Princess Ludia, or Princess Rudea. Come on! Hitore! I don't care! Arrest him! Just immediate knock to the ground. He's not a terrorist. Why would he walk into the palace with a sword? I don't buy that, though. Why... If I was a terrorist, why would I walk into the palace with a sword? Alone. Like, hi, I'm here to overthrow your royal family. I've brought the princess with me. She's in on it. She's my girl on the inside. Telling you all my plans now so you have a fair and fighting shot. Ashi ga Kenji no daiji ja. Sort of a kidnapper brings your victim to her own house. Exactly. Watashi ga... Watashi ga... Kenji? Oh, Kenji no daiji ja. I'm the prosecutor... The chancellor. He's gonna take over the kingdom by marrying the princess and waiting for the king to die. He's playing the long game. But that's not an overthrow. That's following the rules. Watashi ga Bengoshi no Pierre desu. Bengoshi no Pierre desu. I'm the defender. Kid. ようこそ皆さん。Welcome everyone. ルディア王女誘拐の罪で疑われているクという男をここに連れて参りましょう。Let us bring in the boy who is accused of kidnapping, of the sin of kidnapping the princess. Ugh. It's complicated sentences. But I didn't need the translation for that one. I understood all the words. この男をどうしましょう？火炙り、くすぐりの毛くすぐりの毛 Oops, sorry, くすぐりくすぐり is tickling, right? Tickling, yeah. くすぐりの毛逆さずり逆さまにぶら下がること、特に人などの演舞を管にしてぶら下がった状態になること。hanging upside down。逆さずり。それとも、広心で首を、or guillotine to the neck。それを決めるのは皆さんです。さあ、始めましょう。Everyone will decide this. Now let us begin. では、被告被告人
被告
被告the suspected, the defendant 民事
民事訴訟
訴訟裁判所が私人の生活関係の権利を保護を目的に行うほど Oh boy, wow, this legal talk is hard. Hikoku, I know I've heard Hikoku from Phoenix Wright before. 訴えられた側の原告 Defendant, the accused, Hikoku. Hikoku Jinku 証言台につきなさい。Take the witness stand. Okay, I'm already there. まずは私から行きましょう。I'll start. クは本当に誘拐の死があったのか？いや、ない。Did he have any intention to kidnap? No, none. 返事側は被告が計画的に王女をさらったと言いますが、そうでしょうか？いや、違う。The prosecution says he planned to kidnap. The defendant planned to kidnap the princess. Is that true? No, it's not. 二人は偶然であったのであって、決して
恋
わざとすること。決して恋ではありません。The two of them met by coincidence. There was nothing intentional about it. 果たしてそうでしょうか？どっちがきっかけを作りましたか？ 果たしてそうでしょうか ?Is that true? どっちがきっかけを作りましたか ?Who took the chance? Or who started the move? That was Rue, right? Because she bumped into me. Rue です。本当にそう言い切れますか？あなたからぶつかったという目撃者がいるのです。Is that really so? We have witnesses that say you hit her. Ita. そして王女誘われるままネルド高校のショーへ足を運びます。そして王女は誘われるまま誘われる So with the princess invited ナルド親子のショーへ足をこぼむあることのためにわざわざ出向く went with to a location. So yeah, with the princess invited, they went to the show. その姿は何人もの人が目撃しています。その姿は何人もの人が目撃しています。There are many people who witnessed that. そして二人は姿を消して、これが誘拐じゃなくして一体何でしょう And then the two of them disappeared. If that's not kidnapping, what is it? 被告の人間性が疑われる事実を私はいくつか掴んでいます。掴んで。疑われる事実を私はいつかOkay. 被告の人間性が the defendant's humanity 疑われる事実も私はいくつか掴んでいます。I've even found several truths, like gotten a hold of several truths that doubt the defendant's humanity. Igiari? Igiari. Objection! Igiari! それは今回の件に関係あるのでしょうかいや、違う。違い。今回の件関係ある。Does this have any relevance to the current case? それは今回の件 This event relevancy is there. There is not. 関係あるのかね大事。Is it relevant, Chancellor? はい。証言の正しさを示すためにも被告の人間性を知らせておく必要があります。The testimony's truth 示すために
示す
尊敬のto show 証言の正しさを示すために to show the accuracy of the testimony 被告の人間性を知らせておく必要があります。We have to verify the humanity to verify the accuracy of the testimony. いいでしょう Alright. 被告の冷酷 This is the Chancellor again. 被告の冷酷な性格。被告僕の冷酷な性格は明白者であります。The defendant's cold-hearted character is clear. Man, this is hard. Trials are hard. Wait. Little girl, what the hell did I do to you? I don't think I even talked to you. Mi o oboe ga aru daro. Do you remember her? Neko-chan o mi ushinatai he na shoujo no tanomi o genai mae mo. Mi oboe ga aru daro. Do you remember this? Neko-chan o...
I like your attitude.
Yo, thanks for the follow, Oskanan. Oskanan, yokoso. 日本語練習のストリームへ。猫ちゃんを失った痛い。なった痛い。体験な子供がないのに手投げて可愛らしく心打たれる様。体験な。ない。Young and sweet, adorable. These definitions are like so much just hiragana, and I don't know where the words start and end. Taike, osokute kawairashii sama. There we go. Young and cute. These are some complicated sentences. Oh yeah! It's legal, ne? 法的な文だから、調べてあげく、りくいです。猫ちゃんを失った痛い系な少女の頼みも聞けないお前は。So, a sweet innocent girl who just lost her cat, you wouldn't even listen to her request. Now, hold the fuck on. How are you going to call me a bastard for not talking to a person? Get fucked, Chancellor. Pull out his beard. I didn't know they even called her as a witness if you didn't rescue the cat. If you rescue the cat, do they call her as a witness anyway? Yeah, because this seems like some bullshit. Like, oh man, you didn't talk to the girl. Demon! 私たちのこと無視したでしょ. He ignored my request. おほう、かわいそうに。どうもありがとう. Oh, how pitiful. Thank you. もう何の説明もいりますまい. No further explanations needed. If you rescue the cat, the defense calls her as a character witness and it looks good for you. Okay, that's fair. 問題は動機です. There's a problem of motive. この市民 一市民。この一市民にルディア王女を誘拐する動機がどこにありましょう？いや、ない。The problem is motive. This citizen, lady, to kidnap, is there a motive? There is not. お言葉を返すようで悪いが、財産
財産
個人や団体などの持っている金属、土地など経済的値段のあるもの。財産 is wealth, riches. お言葉を返すようで悪いが、財産の目当てというのはどうかな？Sorry to contradict, but what if I said you were after her wealth? Had your eye on her money. 王女の財産に目がくらんだのだね。Hi, yes I did. Wait. Fuck. Alright, even knowing this was coming, I'm getting blindsided by it. Because if I say no, he's gonna be like, you took her pendant to the shop! I'm just gonna say yeah. Yeah, I absolutely did. Because I knew she was a princess, because I had time powers, right? Yeah, absolutely. 素直にはいたようだね。It's actually better for you if you confess, makes you look honest. Ah, he said it plainly. もうあえて私から言うこともないでしょう。裁判長判決を。I have nothing more to say. Judge, your verdict. 陪審員たちよ。That's it. That's the whole trial right there. Because I didn't do much at the fair. 陪審員たちよ。陪審員の構成審 must be jurors. 左罪と思う者は左へ、無罪だと思う者は右へ行きなさい。Those who think you did it, go to the left. Those who think you didn't, go to the right. 有罪 There is guilt. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have many character witnesses now, did I? I had one girl that said he ignored me, and then I'm like, yeah, I absolutely was after him. You say guilty? Yeah, this seems obvious. If you eat the guy's lunch, they call him. If you try to leave the candy stand too many times, they call her. Bullshit. Why do I have to stand around waiting for the princess to buy candy? Wow, this is, like, unanimous, isn't it? For doing nothing, I sure got an awful result. I had one guy who thinks I'm a stand-up individual. Hitori dake. Seishuku ni. Quiet down. 判決が出た. The judgment has come. 有罪とする. 直ちに届く方へ. 独房へ。独房
独房。
受刑者
受刑者
を一人だけ入れておく。官房。
官房。
官房。Solitary confinement, basically. 3日後には死刑を執行する。He will be judged after 3 days. Death sentence. 執行する。執行する。決まったことを
執
取り
行。
言うことを取り行こうこと、実行すること。Yeah. Execution of a judgment. Wait, that's the wrong 執行. Oh wait, 死刑? 死刑.
死刑。
Death will be executed in 3 days. That might be the cat guy. He votes randomly. Saving the princess is a mistake. Agreed. Yeah, should have never done it. Should have just taken her out back behind the woodshed, taken that pendant, left her tied up. Should have left her in the olden days, actually, is what I should have done. Yeah, I know that bad road. I know there's no way out of this. The Chancellor's just like a complete baby. He's like, no, lock him up! Sa, 連れて行け! Take him away! 待って! Ah, 王女様. Wait! Ah, princess. ガルディアをいい加減にしなさい。ルディア。Calm down, ルディア。父上聞いてください。Father, please listen to me. ガルディアを私はお前に王女らしく城でおとなしくしていて欲しいだけだ。I only want you to be in the castle and live and grow up safely, quietly. 僕のルールには、たとえ王や王女でも従わなくてはな、後のことは大事に任せておきなさい。Leave the rule of the kingdom to the king and queen. I'll leave the rest to the chancellor. ルディアも町でのことは得るのだな。You should forget all about that town. さあ、行くぞ。Now, off we go. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Look, the evil chancellor is gonna have an innocent executed? ありえない。ありえない。こいつは okay. Wait, he's actually evil? I mean, he doesn't necessarily need to be evil to be acting evil. And, like, he's acting evil, therefore he evil. こいつは OK 転覆 Wait, 転覆 Chrono かわいそう。かわいそうね。転覆 Right, this is the overthrow thing.
転覆。
政府など大きな組織が滅びること。OK 転覆を図ったテロリストだ。This is the one who tried to overthrow the royal family. 裁判で有罪となったので引き渡しに来た。He's been sentenced to guilty, so take him away. Wait, 引き渡しに来た。So we've delivered him. Don't kick me in the butt, Jesus. こやつが王女様を誘拐したテロリストですか? So this is the one who kidnapped, this is the terrorist who kidnapped the princess? こいつの処刑は3日後だ。逃がさぬように。逃がさぬように逃がす。逃がさぬようにあっておれよ。His execution is in 3 days. Keep watch on him so he doesn't get away. 承知いたしました。Understood? こいつを連れて行け。Take him away. We're like, what the fuck is happening? Ow! All I did was try to sell a pretty blue pendant and then travel through time. HP MP 回復した。Nice! Urusaizo! Shut up! Urusaizo! Out! うるさいと言っているのが聞こえんのかこの野郎、黙らせてやろう。I said shut up! Don't you listen? I'm gonna teach this guy a lesson. おい、扉を開けろ。Open the gate. Yeah! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him! Ow! Ow! いつまでもう騒いでいるから。騒いでいるから騒ぐ。That's what it is. いつまでも騒いでいるから、題名に合うんだ。You're always making a racket, so this is what you get. Bam! Pop him in the back of the head. Summer! I didn't see what he said, but it doesn't matter. Pop! So did I take his weapon? Did I just have a stick laying around? They didn't even take away our weapons. Yeah, total morons. Lug-a-lug. They locked you in there with all your stuff. Kinda dummies. Maybe a little bit on the dummy side. Nah? Wait, what? Come on, open the door. Open the door. How come I can't get in there? There's chests and stuff. If you don't pick a fight with the guard, Luca just comes and rescues you after a few minutes. Nerudoね。Nerudoね。正しい名前で読んでいいの？読んでくださいね。Hey, seriously, how do I get in there? Anybody? Anybody know? Did I fuck it up? Did I kill the guard? Did killing the guard fuck it up? Chests! The hole in the ceiling? Ah, I gotta come in later. Hi? Am I fighting a wall? Hey, hey. Okay, so it does damage if I hit him when the shield's open. Nah. Got him. Why do they all have money? Like, why am I still getting money for fighting guards? I mean, I guess it's fair. They probably wouldn't have anywhere to put this money. They keep all their money on them. I'm just robbing people constantly. Occupy the stool. No, no, bring the stool to life. Now that we're killing the guards, have we actually become terrorists? I mean, I don't think it's killing. You know, we just stab them a couple times in the back of the neck, take all their money, and then they disappear from this earth. But I'm sure they just made it home for supper. God damn it! Come on! How many floors do I have to drop into? You promised me I could get in from the next floor. There's a hole in the wall. Damn it. The question is, why does the corpse have money? You see, that's a really good call. If the guards killed the corpse, why did they not take the corpse's money? Top floor or bottom floor? That's so shot. That's so shot. That's all. Top floor is the way out. All right, then I'll bail. I'll bail. No, hold up. I'm going back to my cell. No, you see, I didn't want to come this way. Please let me go. I promise I'll play nice and go back to my cell just for like a few minutes at least until my friend shows up and shoots you in the back of the head. What's up, Monsoon Josh? Yeah, you like the old stuff. Hi. Kisama, soko de nani o shiteru? What are you doing? My favorite game? Oh, well. Experience it in its native language with us, while I find as many ways to fuck up as possible. Treasures! Eteru. Midoru potion. Ooh, better potion. Midoru potion. Eteru. Okay, so I got some stuff. Some items. Hi. 貴様が逃げ出した囚人だ. You're a criminal who's escaping. Just the generic bad guy sound effect. Wow, he just wants to get right up in your face, doesn't he? Also, he's really bad at hitting things.
Oh, score! I mean, what good fortune.
Yeah, thanks for the reset.
Sorry, I have been away for a while. Been dealing with a lot during the last couple of months.
No, you always take care of yourself first. That's how everything on Twitch, everything should go. Korea Tamaran. Oh, this isn't enough. Single-handedly destroying the kingdom's army. I mean, I don't know if it's the army. We're just taking out all their guards. But regardless, Monsoon Josh, good to see you again. Oi, what up? You know I just totally, like, biffed your boss, right? Hi. Sama soka de nani o shiteru? Where do you think you're going? And I'm like, stab! And then he goes, I'm gonna get you! Boom! And I'm like, ah! And then I go, sasha! Busha! Katta zo! Soko de nani o shiteru? They all just shout the same thing. You can tap these guys in the back of the head and knock them out, but they spin randomly, so it's not super easy. It only takes 2 slashes, so, like, what's even the point? And half of them give potions anyways. Oh, yo, torture room? The way the camera moved, I was really thinking that was going to drop the guillotine. I'm glad it didn't. I'm guessing that the back room in the torture room is probably not going to be the way out, so I should go back there. The point is you get mid potions instead of regular potions. Ah, I see. Boop. Bronze armor. Tenireta. I should go through an equipment check again, eh? I've got some new armors and stuffs. Amai Tachi.
Don't forget me! You can take me! You can take me! Don't forget me!
Monsoon, you shouldn't have subbed first. That would have been a 3-month sub right there. Now I can't gift it to you. Oh. The luck of the draw. The gotcha giveth and taketh. Now I gotta give a 3-month, give 3 gift subs out at random. Can we rescue the other guy? Known the kingdom's jujutsu system feels like it's probably wrongfully convicted as well. I could try, but it's unlikely. Alright, hold up, hold up. Hold up while everything loads. Hold. Come on, gift. Hold. I wonder if I could set up Twitch to use PayPal instead of having to use my credit card. It seems unlikely. But I should look into that. Alright, enjoy your subs, these 3 people. Jason Mason of Jason. Jason Mason of Acid. Jason Mason off. Jason Mason full facing. That's a good name. Montaru, enjoy your sub. And Joltron. Sorry, Zorion, I guess you got unlucky. Otto. Okay, Kamai Tachi, yeah. Do that move. Oh, that's a line attack? Maybe that's a magic attack. I thought that was gonna be like a jump in the air and hit him type of a thing. Kamai Tachi o tobu shite kogeki. Tobashite kogeki. Oh, so it's an attack that sends them flying backwards. I see, maybe. Anyways, thank you so much, Monsoon, for the 200 bits.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Doing good, man. Good to hear you again.
Smidge. Volume balancing continues to elude everybody who streams. Such a pain at all times. Hi. Tasukete! Tasukemasu ka? Hi. That was the activate guillotine button. Oh. Hell. ありがとう、助かった。僕の名前はフリッツ。My name is Fritz. 僕の父さんはトルースの町でフーズマーケットを経営しているんだ。近くに来たらぜひ訪ねてきたよ。My father runs a goods market in town. Next time you're nearby, swing by. Who just leaves a dude strapped in a guillotine and walks away? A busy guy with busy stuff to do. I got a world to save and time to travel and like, man, I haven't had lunch either, right? It's like, man, I can't be expected to just put aside my whole day to untie a man on a guillotine. I mean, the people who put him there. Now, also to be fair, they didn't walk away. I killed them. There was somebody watching this guy. That was 100% my fault.
It was also 100% their fault for leaving their post.
Well, now, like, to be fair, really expect a guard to just stand there while they see somebody escaping?
Choices, man, choices.
Okay, so that was just a skeleton that I don't seem to be able to do anything with. I'm guessing that the, like, preferable solution was to not take out the guard, right? Because if you had Nerd for this whole thing, it would be a lot easier. Come on, lower the shield. Is this gonna be the room where I can finally get down and get all those treasures? You get 5 extra mid-tonics from the warden if you break out yourself. Oh. See.
So yeah. What's the extent of the spoilers?
I already know how the whole game goes.
Okay.
How do I... There we go. Bam. Shelter, and... I can't get back up, though. Oh, I can get back up. Nice, so I don't have to go through the whole thing again. 1,500 Gs.
Yep.
Hakugi Pen. That seems like a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sword. Does good damages. I've also got something that gives me 38 defenses and something that gives me even more attackies. But takes down my speed by 1 point. Oh, pfft, who cares? This is a much stronger ring. I cannot get back up. I can get back up. Yeah, because if I couldn't get back up, it's like, hey, the door's only half open, and Chrono doesn't know how to fucking crouch, so...
Yep.
That would be kind of just trapping myself again.
Never played in its native language, so this is cool.
I've got a script file up with, like, the original English translation, the original Japanese, and then a retranslation that is more accurate. So this is an interesting, like, I've never had this benefit when trying to translate my way through a game before. So, you know, I'm 100% certain that I'm following everything going on at all times. And it helps me, like, hey, that's a really weird set of words. What the hell is that? And having the script in a web file means I get access to all my Japanese dictionaries for looking stuff up. I don't have to type everything into G-Show manually.
Just coming up with win-win-win.
Yeah! Sasuke, help me! Did he just fall down the stairs? Hi! Ooh, Sasuke ni kita wa. I came to help you. Came to save you. って言っても自分で逃げ 出せたのね。なんかつまんないな。Well, I'd say that, but you kind of got out yourself. That's boring. さあ、こんなところとな。さっさとおさらばしましょう。Well, let's say goodbye to this place. 気絶している。He's knocked out. ミドルポーションをいただいた。なんと、どこを見つけた？ You got 5 of them. 秘密の書類が落ちている。A secret paper fell down. 読んでみますか？ガルディア王国兵不将象徴この絵。ドラゴン戦車の設計図。ドラゴン選手の設計。
You're right.
Letting Nerd rescue you might not give you that save point either.
He's correct.
Passed out, now come, carry little potion, found 5 of them. Where's that? Hold up, Doragon? Is this just not gonna be in the script? It is. Dragon Tank Blueprints. Okay. Doragon Senshu no Sekkeizo. Sekkeizu. Doragon Senshaの頭には本体が受けたダメージを回復させる機能がついています。An ability is installed in the Dragon Tank's head that recovers the damage the body takes. この頭には変異属性の能力を防ぐツルドシールドが装備されていますので、変やストルナよる攻撃でしかダメージを与えることができません。On the head, sky and fire elements protect against those skills. There's a shield that's been equipped. 剣やピストルによる攻撃でしかダメージを与えることができません。One cannot inflict damage except with attacks by weapons like swords or pistols. Hey, the 2 weapons that we have. つまり、剣などの攻撃で頭を壊されない限り、ドラゴン戦車が倒されることはないと考えてようでしょう。So, as long as the head is not destroyed by a sword, then the dragon tank cannot be defeated.
Pretty good translation.
I mean, I have the translation. I'm cheating. For most games, it's like, hey, I don't need the perfect translation because the point is to just get what I can get out of the Japanese. This time, I read the Japanese, see what I can understand, and then look at the English. And then look back at the Japanese and be like, oh, that's what that word was. Got it. 何の音かしら? What was that sound? Did you hear something? Oh, kawaii! Yuke, Dragon Sensha! Terrorist domo o tataki no nuse! Dragon Tank! Destroy those terrorists!
Looks like something that was built in 1000 AD.
Can I? Wait, why would hitting the wheels do anything?
Well, you try it.
No, I'm just asking, because I'm gonna hit the head, but I'm asking, does hitting the wheels do anything?
Yeah. You get run over.
Charin. Wheel. I see, and that does a lot of damage. But also the head is healing them. So I should probably just keep hitting the head, eh? Until it stops doing that.
Logic dictates that you should.
I used the wrong item. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, why would the item leave a gap? Why would the item menu leave gaps before it gets to the next item? That's awful. And I have to hit it with just physical attacks because it's got that damn elemental shield.
Good old 1995 logic for you.
That must be where the bronze armor was before you equipped it. Maybe. Okay, got the head. Now hit the wheel. Excuse me. Nope, that's the body again. Stop that. Wait, I can use elemental attacks now, can't I? Waza. Hi. Hit the both of them.いいね。200ダメージ。200ぐらいダメージ。耐えた。よい。This is probably just the fastest way to take it out. Just do 200 damage a pop to both of them.
You got this.
Wheel down. Excuse me? Reza? Reza da? I don't agree with this. You can't just be firing lasers at me.
I'm a firing my laser.
500ゴールドを手に入れた。ドラゴン戦車が兵理するんだ。修理するんだ。修理するんだ。The dragon tank, fix it! Hi. 貴様ら覚えておれよ. We'll remember this. Shelter, 手に入れた. Okay, shelter's good. I should find a save point, eh? That's so da. Escapee! ここは強豪. Wait, what is that? Kyogo Toppa. ここは強豪突破しかないわね. We have to force our way out. Oh, are they really not going to do anything to me? They just sort of... Dude, you're crowding my space. Rebel. Oyame nasai. Stop it. Rudia-sama. All I do is violate their personal space. その方は私からお世話になったのよ。客人としてもてなしなさい。That person has done a lot for me. Treat them as a guest. しかし、but 私のいいことがいけないの? Did you not hear me? She's doing the exact same thing I left the surprise face on. The same thing that she did in the past. いえ、メッソはもうありません. No, we didn't mistake you. そこまでじゃ。We're just... 頭が高い。ガルディアを30歳よ様のなり。Raise your heads. King Guardia the Third is coming, is here. 父上 father いい加減にしろルディアいい加減にしろ is like calm down or take stock of yourself, etc. It's like just settle. Be reasonable. お前は一人の御人である前に一国の王女なのだぞ。御人では
個人
おなじみの友人一人の御人である前に一国の王女なのだぞ。Before being an individual, you are a princess. 違うもん。王女である前に一人の女の子なの。Before being a princess, I'm my own girl. 白下 Wait, what is that?
浄化
白壁の元岩元 How is 浄化 Castle Town near the castle 浄化になど出るから悪い影響を受け負って You've gotten bad influences from being outside of the castle 影響じゃない私が決めたことだもん Not influences I made this decision myself ルディアこんなとこもしたくない私広出すわ広出するわ I don't want to be here anymore I'm leaving the castle ルディア様行こう Cool let's go and they all just let me leave okay 何をしておるおい What are you doing follow them The one guy got caught on the railing rip that guy yeah Princess いたぞ逃がすな I found him don't let him run away Crowd their space もう逃げられんぞ You can't run away anymore おとなしくしろ Come quietly Like No But I don't wanna 行き止まり Dead end Glasses ゲートか There's a gate行こう Let's go とってどの時代に出るかわからないのよ今度は帰ってこれるかどうかも You say go, but we don't know what era we'll end up in. We don't know if we'll be able to get back. それでもいい私のために空が捕まっちゃうこの時代よりは That's fine. We're only in this era because Ku came to rescue me, I think. Better than this era where Chrono was arrested because of me. 私のためにKuが捕まっちゃうこの時代よりは Yep, that's a better translation. 私のためにKu on my sake 捕まっちゃうこの時代 This era よりも better than. Why can't we just kill them like the others? Because these ones aren't wearing armor, making them civilians, I guess. ルーディア様 Hi, what's up? Welcome to the time gate. How about we push them in the time gate? That would solve all our problems. どうとでも慣れだわ。What? どうとでも
モード
軽はずみ深く考えないで物を言ったりする様 doing and acting without thinking deeply モード Aruhazumi na kodo o to koru koto. Doing without thinking, without keru hazumi, which is thinking deeply. Modo. Okay. Modo totemo nareda wa. Alright, I'm used to doing without thinking. Iko, cool, let's go. How long are you gonna stand around with your arms spread there? Just like posing for the camera. Kieta, they disappeared. Yeah! Yo, made it to the future. Itta. さすがにここまでは大事も追ってこられないわね。Yeah, his mouth really dropped that much. That's his sprite, alright. さすがにここまではもう追ってこられないわね。Yeah. So the Chancellor and his goons can't follow us here. けど、ここ、どこ? Where is here? 随分と文明は発達随分と文明は発達してるみたいだけど。Oh wow, that's already the end of chapters 3 and 4? Or chapters 4 and 5. Wow, I'm already up to 6 to 7. That section of the translation. There's a lot of text in this, and yet I feel like I'm simultaneously going quickly and not so, because I know how long this game takes. But also, I'm progressing the script pretty quick. Another 30 minutes or so? I think a 4-hour stream is pretty good. I got stuff to do today. Like Blender. Zuibun to bunmei wa hattatsu shiteru mitai da kedo. This civilization looks very advanced, like very far, but まるで別の星に来ちゃったみたいだね. It's like we're on a different planet. Yeah, this door I can't get into, I'm pretty sure, so no use checking. Nearest place, Orondon. Anta kane motteru ka? Are you rich? Hai. Mita koto nai kane da ne. I've never seen money. Ah, yeah, ii butsu ga aru ze. Da koto. Oh. Mita koto nai kane da na. Never seen this money. Ma iya ii butsu ga aru ze. But I got some good stuff. Ah, okay. So he's a shop. Got to add this early, but what version is this? Original SNES. Running it on an emulator. I've heard that the Steam version is not great. Damn, that's some big defenses. I guess it's a helmet though. Nobody's wearing a helmet right now, so that would explain that. Guns? Okay, this realm has no excuse for not having guns, and the gun is still just crazy stupid expensive. I guess I'll get 3 hats. Not 20 hats. Just 3. And she could probably use an upgrade But I'm also in the future. I'm not gonna buy her a gun. I'm gonna run on the hope that we're gonna find her a gun at some point. Kane sae tame tokia itsuka yaku ni tatsu. Oira wa so shinjiten da. You just save up money, it'll be useful someday. That's what I believe. Kane sae tame no tokia. For the sake of money, itsuka. Tame tokia? Oh, tame to. Hold on to it. Itsuka yaku ni tatsu. Someday it'll help. I haven't heard anything about patches or sprites or... I don't like using mods or patches or stuff on Steam anyways. Like, in general. Happy time zone. Hi, Zach. I'm exceptionally tired, but I'm doing alright. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing not bad. Had a troubled sleep night. Going out for an all-nighter tonight. I'm kind of excited and kind of dreading going out to Shinjuku alone. But we'll see what happens with that. And yeah. Feeling simultaneously happy and meh, because there's a girl I like who's been over here for a party a couple times, and I'm just like overthinking it immediately. It's like, oh fuck. I can't describe a whole bunch of what's going on in my thought processes without going into too much detail. So after Halloween, I'm gonna try to see if she wants to go on a date. See what happens with her. Until then, trying to keep it out of my head, because overthinking just causes pain. Chigina honsho ga kizamarete-iru. 何かの力によって封印されているようだ. Strange emblem is marked on it. It's sealed by some unknown force. Koitsu wa ena box. まずわずかな時間でぐっすり眠れるが腹は満たされやしね. This is an Enna box. Something in it will sleep soundly, like from another era. 腹は満たされやしね. Don't disturb it? Wazuka jikan de gusuri nemureru ga. If you get in it, in hardly any time, you can sleep soundly. Hara wa mitasare yashine. But it doesn't do anything for your stomach. Oh, so it's an inn. Okay. Ena boxu de yasumimasu ka? Hai.
Get back.
HPMP 回復した。しかし、腹服は満たされなかった。But still hungry. Stairs. 食い物かならない。There's nothing to eat. 王国制？何それ？ What's a kingdom? Well, don't think we're gonna get anything here. Can't do anything with that dome. Am I supposed to, like, go through the ruins yet? Or talk to people in here?
You can go through the ruins.
I know I can go up to. I'm asking, am I supposed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also save you money. It'll do you good.
I already bought a bunch of hats, though.
Oh.
Like, I'm in a new realm, you know, new era. I want to make sure that I'm wearing the local fashions. Gotta blend in with the crowds. In Rome, do as the Romans do. In future apocalypse, do as the apocalyptians do, and grease up your hair real bad and put on a gear. Protect you from the acid rain. Ugh. More experiences, got an ether, save your money, it'll do you good. Seller guy in the Tran Dome. That is what he said. But, you know, also... Ringu? Basakuringu. I don't know what that is. I'll look at it later. Oshan Nusumareta. Oh, okay, so the rats will steal stuff. I was like, I can fight a rat. No, rats take my things. Don't fight rats. Is there a doctor? I didn't talk to everybody, so I don't know. Aiten Ora. Mikata Zentai HP Kaifuku. Oh, nice! Yeah, so... I have a heal all with Ku and Ru.
I find it funny that the only way you can fight the rats here is if they're in the screen when you hit enemies.
That checks out to me. Oh no, I know the Dr. Tran. I just hadn't thought about it in forever because why would you think of Dr. Tran when it comes to anything? That's such an out of left field, like, ancient, stupid thing on the internet. Oh, no, get out of here. Get out of here, rat. Rat bastard. At least they don't seem to chase me. They follow, like, a set path. Ows, ows, ows. Stop. Stop sucking on me. Ruins Stalker.
They need to really...
What?
They need to really make a remake of this game.
I don't think they should. I heard this recently. And that's that basically it's such a legendary experience at this point that any remake would leave half the people that want it pissed off.
I'm inclined to agree.
And it's plenty available. I mean, it's on Steam. If you want to buy it, it's on Steam. So it's not like it's unable to be gotten.
True. But then look what happened to Final Fantasy VII.
That's not a good comparison point. Final Fantasy VII was a lot more... I don't know what's the word to put to it, but like... a lot more cinematic. Final Fantasy VII is a lot of people's entry point into JRPGs as a whole. Like, Final Fantasy VII, the original, does not stand up anymore. But Final Fantasy VII, when it came out, had earth-shattering impact to the people that played it. I think Chrono Trigger stands up better over time, but did not have earth-shattering impact when it landed.
I see your point.
FF7 stands up. I will respectfully disagree. I tried playing FF7 when I was about 22, approximately 10 years ago, maybe a little more. After playing, you know, GameCube era and Wii era games, and I got to the end of it, and I was like, what the fuck was everybody on about? What?
Yeah, I had to play it when it first came out, though.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying things stand up to the test of time differently. 2D era games, 2D era RPGs tend to stand up better than early era 3D stuff, but early era 3D stuff had a much bigger impact at the time because people were just experiencing what 3D, like the concept of 3D in games, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. Both still good games. Kind of miracles that they came out as solid as they did, but they're nowhere near the best of their genre these days. They like physically can't be because there was no time to refine the ideas of what 3D can be. That was the first experiment with it. Or the first experiments.
Right. I mean, I just saw the trailer to Silent Hill 2 remake, and that was like kind of jaw-dropping.
Aiten ora aen shari teki en wa hanini ni wa no kai en ni. I don't know exactly what the explanation for that is, but this hits 4 people, so do that. Okay, never mind, that's just the fire sword. I was like, this is gonna use Made, right? Maybe not. Mario 64 is still sick. It still controls well, but it's not the best 3D Mario.
It's the era-defining Mario.
It also kind of depends on what you're specifically looking for out of a game, because, like, if all you want is gameplay, then older games can still have a potential of holding up, you know? But, like, raw gameplay is not the only thing that people tend to care about.
Yeah, everybody cares about graphics more now.
Not more, but it is a consideration.
I feel like there was a time where graphics were more than storylining, and that kind of made me mad.
Say that again? What?
There was a time where people cared more about graphics than they did about storylines.
Well, that kind of depends entirely on the person. The majority of people, and like the majority of the stuff that, that pushed console sales for a long time was improvements in graphics. The games themselves can be like, hey, we made a good game with a good storyline, all that kind of thing. But the thing that sells consoles and that makes the money is like, look how good we can make the graphics.
Yeah, I remember the Bit Wars.
I hate that too. I for one am like not only not excited for Unreal Engine 5, I'm anti-excited. I wish it didn't exist because more powerful engines like that just let people make more realistic looking things easier and thus care less about optimizations and good art styles.
Yeah, you do have a point there. But back in the day, that's what drove sales, was that saying this had more than that.
And like, yeah, so I back to Final Fantasy VII. I did play the... Wait, how come I can't do anything? Oh, my controller was outside of the screen, that's why. I did play the original. I know how the story goes, I know how the plot goes, I know how all the mechanics work. I didn't really enjoy it. I was playing it to see what would happen and where the hype was from. I have not played Final... Wait, that's not true. I did not play Final Fantasy VII, but I watched other people playing it, and it looked awesome. I want to play that. Now I have a copy for work, and I need time, like some free time to go and actually play through it.
I just think that when we were younger, things looked more cooler to us than they do now.
I don't think that's necessarily the case either. And that's like way too much of a blanket statement.
You think so?
Yeah, because like that needs definitions. Things looked more cooler when we were younger is like that can mean almost anything depending on which way you choose to spin it.
Yeah.
So if it can mean anything, then it's not really a useful discussion point. That's what I mean. Like, you gotta narrow that down a little bit more.
I guess you could say that since we were the first ones to try it out and the ones to experience something like that before, like our brothers, like, you know, our older siblings did, we felt more inclined to appreciate it more than we do now.
I still don't know what you're referring to. Like, give me an example.
I'm trying to think of one. Well, let's say, like, you know, like, well, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII. Like, when I played it when I was it 12? I couldn't understand, like, what was so cool about it until I realized that it was just something that I've never seen before, and that I was so used to games being more polygon and all, like, not 3D-ish.
Okay.
I don't know if that's...
Keep going. What did that make you think? Like, what did that change?
It made me think that games can go more beyond that. Like the future of gaming is like, this is where it's going to go, and things are just going to get better. Because my brothers always used to tell me that games were going to get more realistic over time. Of course, they're no longer with us, well, at least no longer with me anymore. But I mean, it's true now. Everything looks so realistic. You can't really sometimes tell it's a game. And now we're getting into VR. So like the games that we experience now as kids that are classics today are the defining games that had things that I feel like we have today.
I'm not trying to be obtuse. I'm just you keep losing me on this point. I don't know what you mean by we. Because we, do you mean we as in older gamers, we as in younger gamers, we as in gamers as a whole, and what like examples of what is the defining things? Okay, so you and me are probably the same age, right? I don't know.
Well, I'm 33, so...
Okay, then yeah.
Okay, so then our generation, our age group, we grew up with the same things. So that's why I keep saying we, because I thought we were like, we have experienced the same things, we experienced the same timelines of these games, and that's why I say they were a lot more fun or cooler back in the day, because we were kids. Things seem more exciting back then than we are now. Now that we understand the storylines and stuff, I don't know. We get it now. I don't know.
So then you're just talking about experiencing something for the first time.
Yes.
Oh, something. Did I just get struck by lightning? The screen flashed white, and he looked all panicked. No, okay, that was just a coincidence. That's just the idle animation. Thoughts on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and its remake? I haven't played the remakes. No time, no interest. Superstar Saga was awesome. The gameplay is awesome. The music is awesome. The really lighthearted, goofy storyline is awesome. It's a solid gameplay experience. Active battles are great. When you see better graphics, the old looks shoddy all of a sudden. I think that only matters if you're going for realism. And this is a big part of why I don't care about realistic looking games. They don't age well. Stylized games do age well, which is a big part of why, you know, fucking Pixels age so well. It's very stylized. But, like, I am a technical artist. I really who loves Nintendo games, I'm 100% in on cartoony looking, like, colorful, stylized, and anime looking graphics. They just do better for me.
I remember when we were talking about Chrono Trigger back a couple months ago, you said that you didn't like the game for a certain reason. I'm trying to remember what that was.
It wasn't for a certain reason. They're, like, I don't like Chrono Trigger because it didn't land with me. Like, I played through 90% of the game in English back when I was younger. Again, much like Final Fantasy VII, just to see what all the hubbub was about. And knew so much about it. And then I didn't even finish Chrono Trigger. It just, like, I don't get it. I get on paper why people say it's great, and, like, when they explain why they love it, I get those reasons, but playing it myself, none of it landed with me.
I see.
So me playing it now in Japanese is, like, because I'm using it for Japanese. This is really just a chance to finally finish the damn thing.
So in that case, has it made it more enjoyable?
Not really. I'm enjoying the process of, like, the Japanese and, like, talking about the little things that I notice as I go through it, but it's still the same game. Translating something does mean that I'm a little bit more invested in the dialogue because I'm paying more attention to it, and I notice any janky translations or, like, goofy lines a little less. I'm not a hater, it just... it takes a lot. How do I say? Not necessarily a lot, but, like, I am not easily impressed. Like, I get excited about a small number of things. I'm pretty calm and chill about most things. What games do you actually like? Xenoblade. Xenoblade's 1, 2, and 3 are some of my favorite games of all time. You may notice a lot of stuff around here is Xenoblade themed.
Just like you like Xenoblade and its storyline is the reason I like this game.
You don't need a reason for it. I'm not looking for justifications. I'm just saying I don't.
I know. But it's fun to say.
Nier Automata was mind-blowing. Undertale and Deltarune are fantastic. Fire Emblem is just love it to death. As I grow older, Mario and Zelda do less for me. They are fun, but less life-driving than they were when I was a kid. When, to be fair, they were kind of like cornerstones for almost everybody. The Metroid Prime games are great. Mega Man Zero's great. Sonic Adventure 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. For nostalgia reasons. What have I got on my Switch? World Ends With You, one of my top 5. Valkyria Chronicles, pretty good. War Story. 13 Sentinels I recently beaten is fantastic. You might be noticing a trend here. I tend to like stories. Like long-ass RPG stories do a lot for me. Games that kind of take advantage of the fact that they are a game to tell their story are top of my list, always. Except for, I guess, Xenoblade. Xenoblade's an exception to that, because I just really fucking love the charm that goes into those games.
I might butcher the name of this game, but have you ever played Suikoden?
Suikoden? No, I have not.
My brothers love that game to death. I never got into it, though.
Never played Metal Gear Solid, never had PlayStation, so they're not my thing. I like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, but that was a Platinum game that has its own reasons for being loved. Never touched Shenmue, and the more I hear about Shenmue, the less I think it's worth touching. Really seems like that was especially a product of its time that has not aged at all.
It's not, but it's funny. You want bad voice acting? Go play that game.
I like tactics too. Like Mario plus Rabbids is great. Valkyria Chronicles is great because it's tactics. Fire Emblem is all tactics, and I love it to death. I really want to play Final Fantasy Tactics and Triangle Strategy, but those are politics. Those have really good stories, and I'm not ready for that Japanese yet.
Yeah, the language in Tactics is pretty intense.
The language in, what is it, in Triangle Strategy, Japanese people don't understand that. It is fucking hard. I should probably talk to this person. Antatachi dokkara konna satta. Where did you people come from? Nishi no Haikyo? Is that what that word is? I think that's Haikyo. Yo! Got this. Pick this up from 13 Sentinels. Nishi no Haikyo o oete desu kedo. Did you cross the ruins in the west? Nani? What? Oi, Haikyo o koete kita mono ga atta zo. We got people who crossed the ruins. Honto ka? Really? Asoko no mutanto to tatakaeru hodo no mono ga otto ka? There are people who can fight those mutants? Have you tried the Shadowrun Returns? Nope. Disgaea games? It's on my list. Never had a chance. I tried Shining Force 1 and got most of the way through it and just put it down and never picked it up again. I really like Persona 3, but not for most of it. Until the last month of the game, didn't really have any investment. Last month brought the whole game's worth of investment to the forefront. Playing Persona 4 right now, I don't think the same thing's gonna happen. I'm falling out hard. Had some investment up top, and now it's drying up fast. Oni-chan tachi, who are you? お父さんがもうすぐ食べ物持ってきてくれるの. Dad said he was gonna go get us some food. 主人は地下の食 What's that?
食料
Ryoko? Wait. Ryoko? Food stores. 食料庫. 主人は地下の食料庫を目指してそれっきりなんです. My husband headed for the food stores. That's the last I heard of him. 南の地下水道を抜けた大陸には行かない方がいいわ。大災害の
源
Source 大災害の源死の山があるから The disaster's source Death Mountain is there 最も近水道に
すく
島や鳥や虫など巣を作る Bird or insects make their nest 巣最も近水道に作っている強力なミュータントはさすがにあなたたちでも And on the way there, there's mutants that make their nests. So maybe you guys can... ... あの紋章がついたドア that door with the emblem on it 押しても引いても感し whether you push or pull on it, it doesn't open. 壊そうとしても傷一つつかん and it can't be damaged in any way. Hell? 壊そうとしても
壊す
傷
傷一つつかん
一つ
傷一つつかん and you can't make a single mark on it.
Yeah.
Oi. Girl behind the thing. お金持ってまちゅか? Do you have money? 見たことないお金だ。まや。Never seen this stuff. Well, I got some good stuff. Same deal. She's like, I have. It looks like the same stuff, so. お金ちゃえためときゃいつか役に立つ。海峡の向こうにいたあんちゃんはそう言ってました。The Anchan. Anchan is like family member, I think. The person who's on the other side of the ruins told me that. If you have money, it'll be useful eventually. 海峡を越えて in some ruins. Okay, well then, like, where go now? Or do I just call it? Because we're near 4 hours.
He'll go down.
老人、もし遅れた私はドン。Don. Sorry for being late, or for not saying, sorry for being slow. I'm Don. かつてここ、情報センターの象徴だったものの末裔じゃ。かつてここ、情報センターの象徴だったものの末裔じゃ。I used to run this information center. Descended from the one-time director of the information center here. 所長 Matsue? Matsue is descendant. Okay? Shison.
子孫
ここの地下には大型コンピューターや食料などの保管方もある。保管蔵がある。Here, there's a big supercomputer downstairs and some food stores too. しかし、警備ロボットが未だに動いていて近づけないのじゃ。いくなのじゃ、もんじゃ。しかし、警備ロボットがいたに。There's a guard robot, so we can't get close. Inikuna monja. It's ironic. Only place you can go downstairs are the sewers to the south. But this is also a good place to stop. Alright, let's call it here then. I know that Mr. Guard Robot will be showing up sometime soon. We're at level 9, 9, and 8. Got the past stuff figured out, got to the future. This is what, hour 4? 4.5, yeah. So basically, it's just like this stream. This stream has been the only progress. I mean, the first stream was chit-chat, you know, doing the Japanese stuff. But this stream is where the progress happened.
We'll definitely be tuning in for more.
Oh, alright, well, I'm just gonna drop a couple save states here, you know, so that we have backups. And before I go anywhere, we're going to reload it and make sure that it didn't go anywhere this time. What was that prediction again? I'll figure it out in a second. Recent games. Chrono Trigger. Ine. Okay, good. It's saved. The prediction was... Tails. Congratulations. B wins. It was pointless. I had no idea what was going to happen. Figured I would pick something later. So congrats, Zorion. You get the points.